We got London on the track. I'm in London, got my people London.
30 in my body, buzzing, yeah. Chopper on me, yeah, it's buzzing, yeah. You ain't talking money, no discussion, yeah.
Hi.
Back up, man. Back up.
Hi. Welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be cooking with Sloan. We're going to be making peach cobbler, which I think is my best recipe.
8 hours later.
Are you done? Are you done? Are you done?
That I make for dessert. Someone else is in the kitchen with me making ice cream. So there's gonna be some background noise. So sorry about that. But I showed you all the ingredients. I'll show you how it is as I go. But first, you're gonna start, well, first you're gonna preheat your oven. So let me get you that. To 350. And there's fireworks in the back, just FYI, you know, 4th of July stuff. First, you're gonna start by melting 2 tablespoons of butter in your pot and mixing in also 2 tablespoons of flour to make a paste. So I'm gonna go show you guys that. Okay, so I have our 2 tablespoons of butter and our stove's a little jacked, so.
The ghetto.
We gotta work with what we have. So.
The money, y'all. There's poor people around.
You're gonna get your 2 tablespoons of flour. Can you see that? No. 2 tablespoons of flour while this is melting. Okay, so our butter is just about melted. So I'm gonna go ahead and add in 2 tablespoons of flour to make it into a paste. Alright, so you're gonna kind of stir it around a little bit until it turns into a paste. And while that turns into a paste and kind of browns a little bit, I'm going to get the peaches ready. So let's move on to that. We have our peaches. One of them's regular, the other one is light because we couldn't find any other, but I'm not using the juice, so it doesn't matter. Okay, now we're gonna strain all the peach juice out of the cans, and then I'm gonna put them into a bowl and kind of then put them into the pot. My dog's barking. Okay, so we have our peaches. I like to cut up the peaches while they're like already in the bowl because it's harder to cut them when they're like in the pot. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut them up into like quarters. Okay, I think that's good for now. And then, and then I'm gonna cut them up some more once they soften more in the pot. But we're gonna go ahead and pour them into, pour peaches, get your thing on medium heat, and pour them into our pot. Get a good coating of the paste so they don't burn instantly. I do not condone drinking alcohol.
No, the lie detector test determined that was a lie.
Thank you, person who's also in the kitchen with me making ice cream. Leave me alone. Okay. Next, we're going to add, I took my measuring cup. It's right there. Haha. Next, you're gonna add a cup of sugar, white granulated sugar. I don't ever really use brown sugar. I think that's like the perfect, like, actually no, I need more. And we're gonna pour that into our pot. And we're gonna go ahead and mix it around so it can get all nice and melty while it's in the pot. I'm honestly probably gonna add more sugar because that wasn't even like a full cup. That was more like a little more than 3/4 of a cup. Okay, so I added in a 1/4 cup of more sugar and it's bubbling right now on medium heat. And so now I'm going to add cinnamon, ground nutmeg, and vanilla extract. About a tablespoon, tablespoon cinnamon, teaspoon vanilla, and like kind of like a pinch of nutmeg. I don't like a lot of nutmeg in my stuff. So however much nutmeg you want, do whatever. Okay. I think I said a tablespoon of cinnamon. I think I meant more like a teaspoon and a half, which might add up to a tablespoon, but I don't know math. All right, and then you're gonna wanna stir all that in while everything is cooking. You can add more cinnamon later if you wanted to after you taste the syrup, but right now we're going to let this simmer on low heat, and you're gonna let the sauce thicken up. See how like, it's not thick at all. We're gonna let the sauce thicken up, and then I'm gonna come back and probably crush more of the peaches up more, and then we're gonna put it in the pot and get started on more stuff. Yeah, okay. In the field of cooking, we clean as we go. So. We love Zac Efron.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back. Now, we're going to take the rest of the 2 sticks of butter that we had from, because you took 2 tablespoons away earlier. And we're going to put them into a pot. And I know it seems like a lot of butter, but this is Texas, so who cares? Get on! I got it. And put it on the stove, and we're gonna melt it, and you'll see what it's for in a little bit. See at our peaches and see how the sauce is thick. Can you see that? It's thickening up. It's a good consistency. I'm gonna go ahead and smash down some of the peaches more so they can break more into half, because you don't like want to like have like a, you don't want to have, ow, I burned my hand. You don't want to have big chunks of my hair. What is that? Whatever. You don't want to have big chunks of peach in your stuff, because stuff isn't going to like be put out evenly. Okay, that's almost done simmering, so I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, I moved the temperature up to like between medium and like low. So we're gonna move the temperature down to low now because I don't want it to start sticking and caramelizing too much to where it becomes hard and starts sticking to the bottom. And our butter is melting. So, and I prefer salted butter because it makes it taste better. I'm gonna add a little bit more cinnamon to the pot actually, just because I like to. Just me. You don't have to if you don't want to. But I'm just gonna do a couple more dashes of cinnamon. Spice things up. And I added in more sugar. I don't know if I said that, but I'm terrible at vlogging. I'm like doing half my face. I added in more, like a 1/4 cup, maybe a 1/2 cup, I don't know, more of sugar. So it should taste good. Okay, now I had to get someone to film. You can definitely see all this in the back. This is not mine, just a FYI. Turn off your stove. As you can see, it's gotten pretty thick from before. And you're gonna go ahead, the outside of this is super hot, so you're gonna go ahead and pour this into your pan. And you don't have to put any like non-stick spray or anything out like that on it. It'll be fine. And you're gonna coat it as evenly as you can. There's still some chunks left in here, so we're gonna try and get all that out. And now we have to grab our cake mix. You have your cake mix. I use Betty Crocker Super Moist. I think it is the best cake mix you can use for this one. I haven't used any other cake mix besides this one, but that's the peach cobbler. I've had no complaints, but there's usually chunks in it, so in order to get rid of those, you're gonna sift. So you're gonna put some of the cake mix into here, not all at once, obviously it's not gonna fit, and you're gonna sift all around the filling batter of the peaches, and you're gonna make sure it's gonna be as even as you can get it. So that's gonna be, go ahead and try and smooth that out with a spoon, and I'll show you that. Okay, there's like a lot of bits in here. I don't know if you guys can see that. And they're like grainy and gross. And if they don't come out through you spooning with the sifter and stuff like that, then honestly just throw them in the freaking trash. Smooth out all the flour, and yes, I made a mess, so deal with it. I'll clean it up later. So you're gonna see that there's like a big heap. You don't want that. We're gonna smooth this all out. Now that butter that you melted earlier, you're going to take it. A lot of butter, yeah, I know. And you're going to spoon it throughout or all over the cake mix and kind of make it into like a paste, like how we did in the beginning with the butter and the flour. So. Okay, so I've finished doing all that. We're gonna go ahead and put it in the oven. I've heated it to 350. And you're gonna stick it in the middle. And you're gonna leave it in there for 45-ish minutes. You can come back and like check and see, like, I'll show you what it looks like, the consistency it should be. But it should be like crispy and bubbly on the top.
Get your phone out of my face.
On the top. Okay.
20 minutes later.
Okay, I'm gonna show you guys what it's like about halfway, so you can just see what it looks like. Oh my god, it looks so good. say starting to bubble a little bit. That part's still mushy. This is the part that needs to crisp up a little bit. So we'll check back on it in 20 minutes, I guess. But I may add more time depending on what it looks like. Okay, back into the oven you go. It's done. Okay, his reaction. Don't breathe all over my freaking peach cobbler. Okay, so it was in there for 45 minutes. This is what it comes out looking like. It's still bubbling. You're gonna give it probably, I say 10 to 15 minutes for it to cool down. So this outer crust right here that you see can become hard, and it's better when it's crunchy. And then I advise eating it with vanilla ice cream, not like vanilla bean, just like plain vanilla. It's better. So I'll like take a bite after 15 minutes and it'll be delicious. Okay, so it's been sitting out for 15 minutes and it's not bubbling anymore, but you can hear that it's like, listen, it's all like solid now. So you can eat a little bit. I'm just gonna, go a little bit. Oh, look at that. Look at that. So you got the peach, you got some of the sauce, and you got the crust. It's amazing. And it's steaming. Can you see that? Is there steam? I don't know. Alright. Flavor's immaculate. Best thing I've ever had. You should try the recipe. And now you wrap it in foil, and you can leave it out. We put it in the fridge whenever I cook it. So wrap it in foil, and then if you want more, you can like hit it up in the microwave, or I usually will probably stick it back in the oven and then let it bubble again, and then wait maybe like 5 minutes for it to get back how it is right now. But now I'm gonna wrap it in foil and hide it from my family so they don't eat any, because we're not supposed to have it until tomorrow after dinner. I just made it tonight because I didn't feel like making it tomorrow when everyone else is gonna be in the kitchen making it. So if you wanna hide it from your family, do that. But I hope you guys enjoyed the recipe. I hope you guys actually try it, because it's very good. It's very good. And don't try any other peach cobbler recipes. This is the best one, I'm telling you. This is the best one. But like, subscribe, comment. I'll probably do some more recipes. I don't really have any more like dessert recipes besides maybe like making cookies, but I'll probably like maybe like make a video of me like making dinner or something. We'll see. But bye, I love you.
Whoa, I'm not where I need to be. Come take what you need from me. Keep my thoughts in secrecy. You don't know what that means to me. Everybody got their low points. Feel like everyone needs to bleed. I don't have no reasoning. Someone come and set me free.